So, shall we set up this team for this upcoming season? In theory, it shouldn't take that long. And indeed, Hobo, we did just that. So, let's see what we got here. We pretty much know if this will load. Thank you. We need 2 backup quarterbacks. We need a 3rd down back. So let's handle that first. Whoops. Manage roster, free agents. So Derek Carr. Guess somebody signed Jameis. Matt Stafford's actually still out there. We can bring him back as our backup this year. Were there any quarterbacks that went undrafted? Elton Mahoney. Normal dev. And then Cameron Gilbert's also normal dev. Let's go for Elton Mahoney as a rookie, because why the hell not? And our backup quarterback this year will not be Derek Carr. We'll bring back the former Georgia product, Matthew Stafford, for his 2nd year as our backup QB. Running back wise, if there's a young player worth signing, that's who we'll bring in to try to get him to develop. Otherwise, we'll look elsewhere. Cortez Bowen. Yeah, normal dev. Matt Nelson. Yeah, there's really nobody there. So, let's bring in... I mean, it could be Myles Gaskin. It's kind of a tough call. Forrest Bassey. There's no, like, primary receiving backs either. Oldest guy at this point is Philip Lindsay. You got Kenyon Drake. There is Gus Edwards. James Conner. Drake Cohen. Leonard Fournette still kicking around. Chase Edmonds. I was hoping to see a guy out of Georgia, but that doesn't appear to be an option. At least for someone who's not completely terrible. There's like no running backs out of Georgia. Jesus. Alright, well, then in that instance, we might as well just go for one of the best options. I mean, we can go for the fastest or we can go for the strongest. Excuse me. And we'll go for Gus Edwards. We signed him before. We'll sign him again. Fullback-wise, again, we don't need anybody. So we're good there. Wide receiver-wise, I highly doubt we need anybody. But I will still check to see if there's like a young stud that went undrafted. And 24 and a 73 for these guys are good, but again, I don't really think we need anybody here. Zach Durant, 23 and a 68. Trayvon Buckhalter, not great. Bernie Byers, what a name. This is looking rough. Or Ben Renaud. The Renaud. Jaquaylin Faulkner. Jaquaylin. Jahiel Stallings. Hey, star dev rookie Jahiel Stallings out of Hawaii. Not bad. I don't even know if he'll make the team. We might have too many wide receivers as it is. That is the type of player that, again, in a UDFA only challenge, he'd be like a stud. He would be a star player. No doubt about it. So, wide receivers were good. Running backs were good. Fullback were good. Or I meant to say quarterbacks. Wide receiver, let's take a look. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a tough call. You got Jamison Savage, who was a practice squad guy last year. Then there's Stallings. I don't know if we're going to be able to keep Stallings. We might just have too much talent to begin with to hold to a 53-man roster. But we'll get rid of those practice squad guys from before. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, we could keep him, but I don't know how much he'd play, because as it is, Fitzpatrick and Ramon Andrews barely get to play. Like, if Fitzpatrick or Andrews had star dev, I would say for sure let's move somebody, but I think we bring back this receiving core that just won us the Super Bowl. Tight end wise, we do know we're going to move on from Sebastian Bolin. I don't know if I'll be able to get anything for him, but we'll try. And there was one team that was interested. Literally just one team that was interested, and I think it was indeed Philadelphia. So, what's the most I can get back for this guy is the question. Probably a 4th, maybe this 3rd? Yeah, it looks like it'll be a 4th round pick for Bolin. Done deal. So, Bolin's off to Philadelphia. The O-line. We know we're going to have to move somebody over to left guard. Stroud and Goldman can be depth. Alex Westbrook we can cut for the moment because he was a random practice squatter. Jesus Christ, that was the worst facial glitch I think I've ever seen. So, pretty much, I mean, we might have to drop, and it crashed. So this is the worst that the game's performed in the past few days. I don't know what the hell's going on tonight. The past couple nights it hasn't been nearly as bad. And now all of a sudden tonight this has been abysmal. This has been absolutely abysmal. Jesus. This has been rough. Hey Toogie, should I buy the game? Not yet, you shouldn't. If at all. Good Lord. Might be a decent amount of F1 tonight based off of this. Again, for whatever reason, it's when you stay in the menus for too long, it just bugs out. And I don't understand how they haven't fixed it yet. I mean, well, Toogie, think about who it is, and none of it. I get that. But my God. Alright. So again, on the O-line, our depth is going to be a little bit weaker. I'm going to have to optimize that to move people around. Stop being a menu streamer, buy packs, right? We'll have to drop somebody down to the practice squad. I mean, defensive line, we're good. Pretty much the only question is whether or not there are any undrafted guys that have decent dev patterns. So obviously, like, all these practice squad guys aren't terrible, but we don't need them. Look at Hugh Knighton, by the way. He's instantly #1 on the depth chart. I love it. Jack Hudson, you can get off the team. So yeah, we might have to... Buckhalter was a random signing. So, I mean, he's not back. Sorry to tell you. Yeah, I think in terms of... like any like crazy good signings, like you could say we need linebacker depth, but we do have guys with dev patterns. So for the most part, I think we're good. Like, I don't think we have to sit here and sign a bunch of veterans to really expensive contracts. I just don't think it's necessary. I think the only thing, again, we should really look at is if there are any, like, potential UDFA steals. If there are, sign them. If not, we're good. So, we will double check really quickly, pretty much every spot, just to see if someone like Ben Wolf or someone like that has a good dev pattern that makes them worth picking up instead of sticking with who we already have. Like Carlos Bolden, not bad. And Star Dev, we'll take that. Byron Brown, normal dev. I mean, I know it was mentioned, I think it was muted, right? where you're like, oh man, I don't know if a UDFA challenge would be possible this year. It might be though. It might be. It was possible last year. We've done it before. I am gonna have to sit here and why not check practice squad eligible? Because I mean, this is just as fast. It's literally, it's one less button press actually to do it the way I'm doing it. I mean, we have one before with a UDFA only team, so I have some confidence that it could happen again, even with the scouting patch. I get your point though, right? Yeah, in fairness, like, how many players will slip through now? That's a fair point. It might be, you know what, that's true. It could turn it into NHL. Where with NHL, there's almost not enough talent, and too many good players sneak through the cracks. I think the reason why NHL franchise is annoying is the ratings need to be readjusted, in that a fourth liner shouldn't be like a 75, 76. A fourth liner should be like a 70. Because then a medium bottom six potential guy will pretty much guarantee turn into a, you know, a fourth line player. I think that's the biggest issue with NHL. So, Cotton, thank you for the follow, by the way. So, draft board be really fun to watch. So, I mean, that's what we're going to do. Like I said, we'll get another season or two in there with Atlanta, probably. And we'll wait. We will wait for the update to Madden. Medium top 9 barely becomes anything. Exactly. So I'm almost tempted to see if with my roster editing this year, I can adjust the ratings. And if it will, like, just bend the game's in-game system to what I want. And if so, then fuck, we're good to go. Like, I think I might just try to do that with my edits, is say a fourth liner is like a 70 instead of a 75. Because it would have a really solid effect. A really solid effect. Perhaps UDFA to glory will first. Yeah, I mean, if I were to do a UDFA to glory, it would have to be now, but we're definitely not starting anything over. Any word on NHL roster sharing yet? Not yet, but as always, fingers crossed. They're kind of in that crunch period now. Not necessarily crunch. I know the negative connotations to that word, but you know, now would be about the time where it's like, hey, does something have to be pushed back? Let's find out. So hopefully not. If they even have it planned, which they won't. They wouldn't. I've said this before. They wouldn't tell me if they did. That's the worst part. They wouldn't tell me if they did. They would make me wait just like everybody else, even though we're supposed to be friends. Shout out to Justice Kyle. So, in terms of UDFAs, there really appears to be nothing here. Sprint and Herald. Corners are where you'll normally see some decent players kind of slip through. So...
Oh, good for you!
And these guys, for the most part, are trash. Lopez. Thank you for the follow. Walter Lloyd. Not good enough. Tevin Davis would be great. Yes. Okay. There we go. What about George Jacobs? No. Victor Hobbs? No. John Watford for the hell of it? No. Walter Lloyd. So, I mean, we got a couple of decent UDFAs to kind of boost up the overall team depth. Nothing too crazy. But we should be okay. Safety. I did not talk about those contracts yesterday. Kind of waiting for the podcast more than anything. Terry Thurman. Terrence? It's not so good. The last place we have to check here. I guess it would have to be Matt McCutcheon. He's not that good. All right, cool. So from there, let's do this. Debs, take it easy, buddy. Did we lose the Super Bowl? We did not. We are soupy boopy champions. It happened. And now we look to retain. So again, we will have to set up the offensive line. And actually, I can do that really quickly here. Not taking a break. Not yet. This team's too much fun. So for Colbert, we're looking at currently 93 strength and 85 awareness. For Vernon, who's going to be in a depth role, looking at 92 strength and 78 awareness. At left guard, Trent Verdon will also be in a depth role 94 strength, 71 awareness, and Bolden will also be in a depth role, but again, he's got a good dev pattern. 89 strength, 65 awareness. So just trying to see how we want to optimize this to who is going to play where on the O-line, if we have to move anybody from like left guard to center. So 92 strength for Lindstrom, but 95 awareness off of the morale. Rayleigh needs to play. He needs to play. So 95 strength, 79 awareness. And then Chad Stroud. It is 83 strength, 68 awareness. Yikes. And Goldman. Fortunately, some of those late round depth picks are pretty trash. Right guard Matt Henney. The Hennessy is a starter. 92 strength, 92 awareness. Bankston, another one of our missed draft picks. 92 strength, 60 awareness. And then at right tackle, Blackburn, our 5th starter, has 94 strength and 86 awareness. So at X Factor, take franchise potential spot. It's in addition to franchise. So you could, in NHL, you'd still have someone be medium franchise, but they can also have an X Factor. So it's not totally taking the Madden system. All right, so the highest awareness, let's see here. So left tackle, left guard, center, right guard, and right tackle. Highest awareness is Lindstrom, so he will stay at center. Highest strength ratings from there are Lehman and Blackburn. So those two will be the guards, which means Colbert will be the left tackle. Hennessy will move to right tackle. And then for the backups, highest awareness is Vernon. Indeed, muted. NHL has X Factors now. And the highest strength ratings will have Mitchell and Bankston. And then from there, it's pretty much the highest overalls, I would say. And the game froze. Yep, there it goes. So, we're gonna finish setting up this team, I hope. But this is a tragedy how much this game is crashing tonight. Jesus. There might be a whole lot of F1 tonight. Because this is awful. Oh my god, what is happening tonight? Jesus. Damn, damn, damn. PC version's not crashed on me once. I mean, yeah, I might have to uninstall and reinstall again and hope for the best. That'd be the second time. It would be the second time already I would have had to have done that, but that is likely what I will do. It only seems to happen when I sit on the menus for a decent amount of time. I don't know why. Alright, so again, Vernon is good. Bolden, we want to stay. So we'll probably move him over to like left tackle. Which means I have one more spot. And it's going to be for Verdon over Stroud or over Goldman. So Stroud and Goldman are going to be out here. I guess Trent Verdon's staying. Alright, well, hey, we got the O-line sorted here. So that's good. Alright, so left tackle is Colbert. Vernon is going to be moved over to center. Please tell me that NHL 22 won't be a crashy mess to you. I wish I could tell you that. I have no fucking idea. I didn't expect Madden to be a crashy, buggy mess, but here we are. Trent Verdon, congratulations. You get to be a backup right tackle. I mean, I'm going to try to get into the regular season, but I can't promise anything. Bolden, you get, I mean, not that you're the ideal left tackle, but congratulations. That's where you're going. So again, left tackle, Colbert, Bolden, it's fine. Lindstrom stays at center. Raymond Lehman, Rayleigh, gets moved over to left guard. Again, he was a depth player for us last year. But with the departure of Mr. Joe Bitonio, space opens. Vernon's a center. And Stroud and Goldman are gone. Right guard, Hennessy, he gets moved over to right tackle. Wish there was a faster way to do this. Can't believe these menus are still so slow. And then Blackburn gets moved over to right guard. So hopefully moving around the offensive line, in theory it should be more optimized. You watch, they'll play worse. Bring in Hennessy and Verdon and Juan Mitchell. Gets moved over to left guard. We should be good there. Defensively, I don't know how many changes I want to make because I'm just afraid it's going to crash again. But again, Colbert, Bolden, Lehman and Mitchell, Lindstrom and Vernon, Blackburn, Bankston, Hennessy, Verdon. That's good at least. Goodness. What exactly are we going to do here? To be honest, I mean, it might not be worth changing any of this around. But it could keep Pitts on the team. Because as it stands, certain people are going to have to get traded to make this team work. So let's do what we have to do to optimize it. If the game crashes, then I mean, shit, so be it, right? But we need to give ourselves the best possible opportunity to win here. Muted, it's going to be a great weekend of sports. I'm very much looking forward to. So, defensive end. You have Austin at an 85. Simpson at a 76. Presley a 75. Davison rocking a sweet 87. We have, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's just go to the lovely PC screen of doom. Isn't it beautiful? So you can see exactly what I'm doing. Ellington rocking an 84. Hugh Knighton is rocking an 82. We got Kennard at a 79. Scott at a 78. Woodard is also a 78, and this is why I checked, because Woodard might be better on the defensive line this year than at linebacker. Clean's looking good. Covington at a 76. I hate to say it, but Greg Pitts might not be cut out for this team long term. He's really not looking all that good. DT, we got Kennard at an 82. Knighton at an 83. Covington at an 80. Girlfriend got a Leafs hat for a 2-year anniversary. The low budget gift. I apologize for the piece of truth. It's all good. Shout out to hats. I don't wear them because they won't fit my gigantic skull. Simpson. I don't know why I keep typing Simpsons. He's rocking a 77. Davison would be an 86. We have Dorian Scott at a 77. Oh my god. Can't type worth a damn. Presley at a 75. And Pitts at a 70 at DT. And then linebacker-wise. So outside linebacker, it'd be Ellington, an 84. McLean would be a 76. Davison would be an 86. Barnes would be an 83. Austin would be an 83. Woodard is currently a 78. Phelps is a 76. Simpson would be a 76. Scott would be a 76. So you see the issue here. We have a lot of guys where it's like it doesn't really matter where the hell they play. So trying to optimize them is it's tough. Holmes would be a 72. Pitts would only be a 71. And Shepard at a... Oh, I'll just go with Shep at a 67. And then for those that can play middle linebacker, it's the last... Well, actually, no. I mean, technically, I'm going to have to do the secondary, but this will be it for the linebacker core. Holmes at a 74. Phelps is a 75. Let me just do that so it spaces properly. Shep at a 67. Ellington would be an 80. Woodard would only be a 76. McLean a 73. And Dre would be a 72. So, in terms of optimizing this team, I mean, Davison would be the best outside linebacker on the team, second best DT, and is the best defensive edge rusher here. So that's interesting. Austin would technically be a better DT. Kind of tough to say who should play where, but I mean, I think keeping it the same makes sense. Davison and Austin on the edge. Because outside linebacker, again, say Davison's best rating is on the edge. So let's say that Davison stays there. We take that out, we take that out. Yeah, I think Ellington pretty much has to stay at outside linebacker. So we'll lock him in there. I love Word docs reflecting your respective franchise modes. I have so many of these, it's absurd. It's absurd. So KC Austin, for the hell of it as well. Might as well stay there. Which means defensive tackle. We'll keep the big three of Knighton, Kennard, and Covington. Just making sure none of them are there. Okay, cool. So those are our three defensive tackles. We really don't want to carry four. I don't remember if we have four on the roster. We don't now, so we do only have the three. So those will be our primary three there at DT. That's set up, good to go, locked in, no problem. Defensive edge, now it's about finding the secondary options. I also didn't get Woodard's rating. It was a 78 as well. So, I mean, Woodard's also a 78 at linebacker. So, I think, obviously, we'll probably have Barnes stay in his primary middle linebacker spot. We'll have Woodard stay out on the edge. And the other middle linebacker makes sense to be the new guy, Phelps. So that pretty much just leaves where the depth options are going to go, right? So, I mean, Scott can't play middle linebacker. He's a 76 outside linebacker, but a 78 defensive lineman. Whereas Simpson is just as good as a defensive edge as he is an outside linebacker. So Simpson will lock in as an outside linebacker. McLean, we will lock in as a defensive edge, as will Scott. So then Presley is a 75 there. That's Presley's best rating, is at defensive edge, so we'll lock him in there. So defensive end, our edge rushers. Whoops. Come on. There we go. So our edge rushers are good. So then outside linebacker, middle linebacker. We do need one more middle linebacker. The best guy there is Holmes still, as the game, no joke, just crashed on me. I'm having to load it back up. The game crashed in that time. So Holmes will stay at middle linebacker, which means we need like two of these guys here. Holmes is going to stay at middle linebacker. Presley is staying there. So again, I think we have our answer. I think Dre, nope, not Bolden. I think Dre stays, and then Pitts is very much on the edge. So Shroud, Goldman, Shepard, all very much gone. And then Pitts will try to keep it O-line, but he is very much on the cutting room floor here, perhaps. So, again, do what you got to do to get your team into the best shape possible. But do I know when the new patch is coming up for Madden? I don't. All they said, I do believe, is September. So it's kind of a rough call. A very unspecific, non-specific, just timeline from them, for lack of a better term. All right, so with our roster, since we're almost done, and again, normally this is stuff that I'd cut out and just do off stream, but I want to start the season tonight, ideally. So again, Casey Austin, good on the defensive line. Simpson is being moved back to outside linebacker, which is where he was drafted, but a season as a defensive end. Looks like it played out well for him. So I keep moving him back and forth. So we have Austin, we have Presley, Greg Pitts, despite just being drafted, is very much on the chopping block. Very much on the chopping block. We'll see what happens. So again, Austin, Presley, Davison, Scott, and then McLean needs to be moved from linebacker to left edge. So to the end you go. Which I think McLean's been moved back and forth from edge to linebacker just based off of their development. So in terms of defensive ends, I mean Casey Austin, Juwan McLean, Evan Presley, J.D. Davison, Dorian Scott. Like that's some solid depth. My top 5 favorite movies. I ask me later when I have less to focus on. DTs were set up perfectly. Linebackers. What do we got? So it's Ellington, Simpson, and Pitts, and then the other side should be Woodard and Dre, which it is. That's good. We got decent depth there, too. And the middle linebackers, Barnes, Phelps, and Holmes. So is there a trading space for Malcolm Shepard? I highly doubt it because he's trash. Yeah, okay, cool. So Malcolm Shepard will stay on the team. I highly doubt I can trade these guys either, but let me check, because I am likely to just practice squad these guys. And then hopefully they get claimed. Yeah, so we got... Oh, well, Seattle. Hold on. Out of nowhere. Seattle was interested in Stroud. At least I could get something for him. Was anybody else interested or just Seattle? Just Seattle. I mean, we just drafted this guy. It was a miss of a pick, but if I can get something for him, I'll take it. Looks like it'll be a 5th rounder. Yeah, so there we go. We get rid of Stroud for a 5th rounder. Not bad for someone that we basically had to cut anyway. And then I highly doubt if there was that small of a market for him, that there's a market for Goldman, and there is not. So, again, unfortunately, Shepard, Goldman, and now Pitts is very much on the chopping block. But I like what I'm seeing from this team. And the only thing we have to double check now is the secondary. And who fits in best where, because our roster is at 61 people. I only have the numbers to cut it down to 58. So we do got to kind of discover 5 more people that we can cut off of this roster, which is easier said than done, if we're being honest. So back to this beautiful screen here. And let's see what we got. So at corner, we have Terrell as an 89, McKee as an 83, Reddick an 82, Bell an 81, Searcy a 74, Thomas would only be an 88. We got Carlos Franklin as a 78, Bernard 78, or excuse me, Bernard 77. Levy would be a 75. They all be in a rotational role. I mean, the idea, yeah, is to have really good depth and then hope that if, you know, I mean, obviously if there are injuries or if players tire out, like, you know, The idea is for, you know, some of these guys to still obviously get some playing time, but most importantly for the ones that don't, I mean, we keep them on the roster and they still practice. So that's kind of the key there, is they still benefit from the training. And the practice squad, I have practice squad stealing on, which is why I don't like holding people onto the practice squad. I don't know, some people like using the practice squad like the AHL, but I don't know. Let's see, so we got McKee there. Franklin would be a 79. Bell would also be a 79. Switch over to Searcy, who would only be a 75. And Stokes would be a 67. Porter would be a 65. Davis. And then Reese. So this Reese guy is boned, is all I can say. So, I mean, the top player regardless is Terrell, right? And then the argument's out there at safety. Like, do you want Terrell and Thomas as your two dominant safeties with, like, a top four of this? Or do you want Terrell at corner? And you probably want Terrell at corner. It is a bit of a tough call, though. Because we know that... I forget which corner it is. I'm actually checking right now. I'm hoping the game doesn't fucking crash on me again. But we have either Bell or Reddick that has a dev pattern. And I think it's Reddick. It is Reddick who's at a star. So, I mean... Reddick as a second choice corner is not bad, but we really do need a shutdown corner. So, Terrell will confirm, will stay there. Which means Thomas, as expected, will confirm that he's going to stay there. McKee is much better as a corner than as a safety, so that's good. Reddick is technically better at corner than as a safety as well, so it makes sense for him to still stay as the third option, which means Bernard will stay as our top safety because he's much better. So worth looking into their stats to see who's faster. You can, yeah. I mean, if you want to take a look at individual stats, it is worth it as well. For the most part, though, like I only draft a certain type of player in the secondary, so I kind of know that they're versatile like this. So, Bell is clearly a better corner. So we'll have Bell confirmed at corner, which means we'll have Franklin confirmed as a depth safety. And then Levy really is a better safety. I mean, he's better by 2. Moore is 4 points worse at corner. So we'll have him at safety. Searcy is only 1 point worse. So again, I think it makes sense to have Searcy stay at corner. And that way Levy stays at safety. And then that leaves us Stokes. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, Stokes, while he's a promising young corner, I mean, we'd play him at corner, but he is he's very much on the chopping block, kind of like Pitts. I have no idea what's going to happen with Stokes. So I hate to say it, but those guys are likely to be traded, if not outright cut. So, at corner then, we have Terrell, we have Shelton McKee, Paul Reddick, Derek Bell, Telvin Searcy, and for the moment, actually, it was Stokes I was worried about. I thought I was mentioning Davis. Davis is just outright gone. It's a shame. He's not bad, but unless we just outright cut DeAndre Stokes, which I guess we can, and we'll have Davis. We'll have Davis as kind of the question mark player along with Pitts. I think, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, he was pretty much just as good at corner as he was at safety. So we'll try to hold on to Davis if we can. So that works. And then at safety, we have Bernard, we have Levy, we have Moore. So Philip Porterhouse special is definitely out. Is there any interest in him? There's a lot of interest in him. Who would have thought? Any green bar? No green bar. Tampa. What do you think? I mean, doesn't look like we're going to get much for him. I'm just not going to negotiate with Tampa anymore. Too stingy. Fuck. Can I get a 7th rounder for him? I can't even get a 7th rounder for him. So Porter, we're going to have to practice squad. And just hope he doesn't get claimed. And then elsewhere, again, Stokes, same thing. Gonna look to trade him away. At least get something. And the game's glitching out again. Son of a bitch. It seems like every couple of nights, this game just decides to try and break as much as it possibly can. For no particular reason. For no reason. Yeah, we'll see if we can even get a 7th rounder for Stokes. And we could. Alright, so we get rid of Stokes to Seattle. We pick up a 7th, which will, I mean, we got Bone there, but hey, we got something for him. Which isn't that bad. And then Reese absolutely has to go. Get ready for a buggy goddamn mess. And it crashed. I haven't come this far to not get this fucking team set up, goddammit. We're making it happen. We're making it happen. I haven't come this far. But yeah, I don't know if we'll start the season tonight. I'm kind of afraid now. I am kind of afraid. So, how'd the draft go? Really good 1st round pick, really good 2nd round pick, and then from there, off the cliff. Because we didn't make nearly as many 1st round picks. But we drafted the highest overall player in the draft, 1st overall, so that worked out pretty well. Alright. Yeah, I would hate to think that any like Madden dev has watched this stream and been like, but I was told we did a good job. In terms of stability, I hate to tell you, sir and or madam, you did not. So Terrell, McKee, Reddick, Bell, Searcy. And again, I had Stokes listed there previously, but it was Davis that I was thinking of. So we'll see what happens with Davis. In a corner, or at safety, excuse me, it's Bernard, Levy, Moore, Porter. Again, try to trade you if I can. Is Cincy interested? No, that's right. Porter was the guy that we had to practice squad. So it was Thomas, Franklin, and then Nick Reese was the guy that we were going to try to get rid of. I can't imagine anyone has any interest, and as expected, yeah, they don't. So confirmed that Reese will be practice squatted, as will the others. So the only question now would be Pitts and Davis. So for the most part, then I think we're good. We'll leave Franklin behind Thomas. You could argue maybe swap them. So Franklin has Levy behind him, but I mean, there's no denying this team is still stacked. This is the first year that we don't have a ton of like 1st and 2nds built up. But I mean, this team is fantastic. The only thing we have to do from here, like I said, is just get ready to cut the extra players, but we can at least now go to the preseason and set this team up. So the big question will be, you know, who do we focus on, right? I don't hate the idea of focusing on the players where we don't know how good they are yet. But also it could be a waste of time if they're only star dev. So yeah, honestly, I think Knighton and Phelps will stay in the mix. We want to keep Colt very much in the mix. Mahoney would be a waste of time. We'll keep Beverly in the conversation. I don't think there's any point. Yeah, I mean, Edwards-Helaire, it's now 14,000 points to get him to upgrade. He's fine. We'll get Jerry in there. And Terrence takes 24,000 points to upgrade. But the question this season, will Greg Hardwick go X Factor? He should. He absolutely should. He is one of the primary reasons that we won the Super Bowl in the first place. As Kyle Pitts gets better. He just keeps getting better. It still only takes him 12,000 points to level up as well. He is the #1 tight end in the league, unsurprisingly. Like, he's just a god, and we just keep making him better as a blocker too. It's hilarious. So, the one thing that we actually haven't done is organize the depth chart yet. So let's do that. Just again to make sure. Edwards-Helaire is hurt. Okay. For how long? Because you didn't tell me. 1 week. Okay. I've been hoarding Jake Cronenworth, waiting for him to make diamond. Gave up because there were 3 or 4 updates and he stayed gold. Yep, he went diamond in the last update. I saw that today. Isn't that the best? That's why I often don't get my hopes up on playing the market in Ultimate Team style games. Alright, so Clyde's back. Crease, so the 2 big name guys are right here. Hugh Knighton and Dominique Phelps. We don't know how good they are, but Knighton was taken first overall and was the highest overall player in the draft. So I'm hoping he's at least superstar dev. I mean, realistically, he could be an X factor right out of the gates. Fingers crossed. And indeed, Clyde is still on the team. Terry is still on the team. I am not getting rid of those guys. We're holding on for dear life. Mario Andrews will make better as a route runner. I was still really hoping that Mario would be, would be a superstar. Chris Vernon on the O-line got better. He's up to a 73, which is pretty nice. And then Alex Thomas at safety, the X Factor, gets even better. He's up to an 88 legit, playing like an 89. I still can't believe we had like 3 or 4 players go X Factor right before the Super Bowl as well. That was insane. We take on Buffalo in the preseason. We lose. Of course we do. This team always underperforms in the... oh, God. In the preseason. Has Beverly improved? We had Hardwick training before. Let's spread the wealth here a little bit. Let's get well, Mario just upgraded too. See, this is the problem. I don't know who the hell to focus on. Sweet. Let's spread the wealth here then. So let's go for Holcomb. We'll go for Mario. And we'll go for Fitz as well. I never know if I just want to focus on the star players or if I want to spread the love a little bit and try to help boost up everybody. It's always kind of a tough call. Or look at the players who are really close to leveling up and get them over the finish line. You know? But our final preseason game. A lot of player upgrades. J.D. Davison is up to an 88 right now at the moment. Casey Austin. He's up to a legitimate 85. Beautiful. And he unlocked an ability as a star. Extra credit, so he gets the extra rush point. All their pass rush moves restored after sack. Wow. So he's literally a sack machine. He gets the extra moves, and if he sacks the QB, the moves stack. Crazy. Marquise Beverly, make him more of a human bowling ball than he already is. Eric Colbert. More of an agile type. He's up to an 84. Not bad at all. Keith Bernard at safety. Still an 80. Gets better at run support, though. Rayleigh. It's up to a 78, so not bad. Lehman steps into this lineup. Superstar dev, ready to go. Bolden. A random UDFA signing. Hidden dev. And then Colt Johnson. Let's make him better as a strong arm. He's up to an 89. Colt Johnson. Still only star dev. He didn't even go superstar. I can't believe it. Because again, Austin gets that upgrade. So our final preseason game. We start off our season against New Orleans because of course we do. And we have to cut 7 players off of the roster. Yikes. So, Goldman. Practice squad. That's 1. I hate to say it, but Greg Pitts, we got to try to trade. He just wasn't a good enough pick, and he's got to go. I'd rather get something for him than lose him for nothing. So, I mean, we'll trade him to the LA Chargers for pennies on the dollar, I'm sure. But at least we'll get something for him rather than losing him for nothing. Even if it's a 7th, I'll take it. Because otherwise, we'll have to cut him. We're not going to be able to get the value that it says that he has. Yeah, I mean, we're looking at like a 6th rounder. We're looking at a 7th. It's put him on the practice squad and lose him for nothing, or get a 7th. So we'll give up Pitts for a 7th rounder. Again, Malcolm Shepard has to go. We'll drop him down to the practice squad because he has no actual value. This corner, Davis, we'll try to practice squad him and just hope no one claims him. Philip Porter will practice squad. And Nick Reese will practice squad. I think that's 1, if not 2 players short. 1, okay. So now we get a tough decision. Now we get a real tough decision. Because the obvious shout is this young wide receiver in Jaleel Stallings, who I think is the one that has to go. Yeah, we don't have the depth anywhere else. It's got to be Stallings. Well, again, we'll put him on the practice squad. Hope nobody claims him because he was a free agent signing. But that just kind of shows how stacked this team is. So that gets us down to 53. And to finalize the depth chart for this season, obviously Johnson, Stafford, Mahoney, Edwards, Allaire, Beverly, and Edwards. Fullbacks. O.J. Howard could potentially play fullback at times this season, which is hilarious. Wide receivers, McLaurin, Hardwick. I mean, you could argue that Terry should be our second choice, but Andrews, Holcomb, Fitzpatrick, and Andrews again. That's perfect. Tight end wise, Pitts, Howard, and White. O-line is Colbert, Rayleigh, Chris Lindstrom, Alex Blackburn, and Matt Hennessy. The defensive line is Casey Austin, J.D. Davison, Hugh Knighton also there with Marcus Kennard. Linebackers, Cortland Ellington, Chris Barnes, and the newly drafted Dominique Phelps. Taylor Woodard, also on the team still. Corners, Terrell, McKee, Reddick, and Bell. Telvin Searcy also there. And the safety, Keith Bernard and Alex Thomas. So basically the only thing that's changed about this team is that we have a better second choice tight end, and we have a slightly worse but younger DT in Hugh Knighton. So we are just as good, if not better, than we were last season. So absolutely the idea of winning the Boopy is still very much alive. Holcomb as the slot receiver, it's perfect. I mean, you could argue Mario over Holcomb. I think we'll try to have it be Mario over Holcomb. It depends on how many wide receivers are out. Actually, we'll have it be Holcomb because if there's a slot receiver, well, if there's a slot receiver, it could be 2. Yeah, we'll have it be Andrews instead of Holcomb. Davison, please don't have froze. It froze. I couldn't even get through talking about the team. Guys, I don't know if we're going to see the season start tonight. I don't know if we are. This game has been a crash fiesta. Oh my god. No, we don't want Edwards. He's the third best third down back choice. He's just good depth. That's all he is. My god. I cannot believe. Like, we are reaching record territory in terms of the amount of crashes in one stream. And yeah, it does make me think I'll probably I'll probably have to uninstall. Excuse me. Oh, I hit the wrong button too. I'm allergic to Ultimate Team. This is what I just learned. There you go. You happy? I loaded up Ultimate Team. Now stop crashing my goddamn game. Stop crashing my game. Thank you. Thank you. My God. Okay. Shall I finish showcasing the rest of the depth chart, please? Even though you pretty much already know it. And really, we were done. I mean, it's, you know. Yeah, we're good. So, hey, I guess I did get to finish showcasing the team. So, let's see if we can do at least the start of the regular season. If I dare be so bold. Because it is us raising a banner as we immediately lost the wide receiver Stallings and the corner Davis off the practice squad. No surprise. It is us defending our pride and honor as we take on our biggest rivals while we raise a banner. On top of that, of course, we have the incredibly interesting question of what happens in this rivalry now that, you know, God, now that we lost out on free agency. Honestly, let's focus on our big players here. So we'll keep Colt in the focus. We'll keep Beverly as a focused player. Edwards-Helaire doesn't need it. We'll keep Hardwick as a focused player. I don't think Holcomb or anybody else needs it there. You could say Mario Andrews. Maybe we'll keep these guys as our focus players here for the little bit of time. Maybe we won't go with the whole spread the wealth strategy. We'll bounce things around, maybe. So, player upgrades. Shelton McKee gets 1 point better, up to an 83, as he is ready to begin his sophomore season. Will he go X Factor this season? He very well could. The one thing we got to do is check the team schemes. Vertical zone run is a 96% fit. The 4-6 defense is a 96% fit, so we'll stay there. We'll run the same playbooks that just helped us win the Boopy. So let's do it if the game will let me. Will it crash? I don't know. Probably. But it's Thursday prime time, the start of a new season. Our X Factors include Kyle Pitts, Edwards-Helaire, Terry McLaurin, AJ Terrell Jr., Alex Thomas, and JD Davison, with superstar abilities belonging to Greg Hardwick, Casey Austin, Cortland Ellington, Chris Barnes, Shelton McKee, and Raymond Lehman. Jesus. The Saints, though, have Alvin Kamara, Michael Thomas, Charlie Beckham went X Factor. The guy we drafted over Colt went from normal dev to X Factor. Fucking New Orleans. But he hasn't won a Super Bowl yet, has he? How the hell did he outdevelop Colt? Fuck. They also have Josh Thomas, who they got as a free agent, Ryan Ramczyk, Kevin Wilcox, who they got as a free agent, the former Falcon, Rashard Kirkpatrick at linebacker, and Devin Sermons at receiver. So this is a titanic battle. I cannot believe Beckham outdeveloped Colt Johnson that badly. Colt started at star and is still at star, and Beckham has gone from normal to fucking X Factor. For the love of God. It's outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. Captain Colt. I don't think there's even a banner raising ceremony in this, but hey.
It's the National Football League.
It's an eagle.
EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence.
Our biggest rivals. Quarterback reasons, defensive tackle reasons, although I think long-term it's going to work out at defensive tackle because of our number 1 overall pick.
And the Atlanta Falcons.
No banner raising ceremony.
The
Boo.
wait is finally over. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis.
Boo presentation. Boo.
And we kick it off with a bang on Thursday.
No banner presentation still? You couldn't even add that? I think it's realistic to move Tannehill if I'm the Titans. I mean, depending on who you can get. But probably not. I mean, it certainly wouldn't be, oh, I'm going to trade Tannehill for Zach Wilson. Like, I wouldn't call that a realistic move, Cole. Oh, captain, my captain, Kyle Shanahan, against Riverboat Ron. Do they have banners in the NFL? They absolutely do. I've seen the Patriots raise them. We're in the red zone already. And we scored. Kyle Pitts on the opening drive of the season. Saints fail to score. Field goal for the Falcons. 10-3. The end of the first quarter. 13-3. 13-3 at the half. Not bad. Let's play a bit of the second half. Let's do it. Let's play a bit of the second half. Harrison Butker. Yeah, if you check out like Gillette, if you search Gillette Stadium banners, like the Patriots raised banners, so yeah. Wow, it started us with full momentum too. All right, let's see what this defense can do. Let's see what Knighton can do.
They're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
Good hit by Shelton McKee. Wow, that's Beckham's 7th completion. Our defense in the first half absolutely shut them down.
It'll help them when they put the ball back in the air. 2nd and 5. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara.
And unfortunately, I am apparently screwing things up by actually playing. This team does incredibly well when I don't play. It's just a coincidence, I'm sure.
Trying the left side with Kamara.
What?
And he's going to get this one down.
I had 2 people run alongside him and not do anything.
Second down.
Look at Casey Austin.
Again, it's Kamara.
Whoops. Well, we shut him down, though. Davison on the tackle. That's the worst, is you try to use one of your skill moves to get by somebody, and you never even engage. I hit Y. Oh, that should have been an easy pick for Bernard. But we still shut down their momentum. That should have been an easy pick for Bernard. I have no idea why that Y button didn't register. And they failed to fake. Screw you, New Orleans, trying to fake. Get out of here. You know where you are. I think that's the second time I've watched them fake a punt. This run from Edwards-Helaire should work. It did not. I honestly thought, I knew that guy was there, but I honestly thought someone would be able to pick him up. They didn't. Alright. Excuse me, I'd like to run that way. I'd like to run that way. Okay, fuck you, I will run that way. Watch me. Watch me run that way, Madden. Jesus.
51 yards on the ground for him.
Botch it like
9 carries.
Alright. Play action might work here. Holcomb, Hardwick.
They go play action here on first down.
Played it safe with Pitts. Played it safe.
Too shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I hate the idea of outside runs, but we'll try it.
Here comes Edwards-Helaire on the toss right.
Oh! Oh my God, Clyde is so good. Oh, he's so good. What a juke. He's so good. Again, play action might work here. Got Pitts over the middle. I gotta send Hardwick deep. You know how it is.
Off play action.
Hardwick, end zone, touchdown Falcons. Automatic. He's automatic.
To get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
Oh my God. He's literally automatic. There's not a single corner in the league who can match his speed off the line. Not a single one.
Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Butker on for the PAT.
There is not a single corner in this league that can keep up with them.
That'll make this a 3-score game.
The Usain Bolt of the NFL.
The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
Oh, baby.
And the Falcons score to cap it off. Now after the touchdown.
For the game, can you check his career rushing yards? I can. Don't let me forget. I mean, we were dominating this team before I took over, so to get a performance like this all around is fantastic.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
See what Woodard can do here.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And Thomas.
Damn, shouldn't have gone for that hit stick.
At the 33, following a good pickup of
We're feeling confident, though.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience,
Oh, old school Falcons football. Bring both safeties in. Shout out to Secret Base. Wow, Kamara just completely dominated Ellington there. It's not a good look for Mr. Cortland.
Where the blitz was coming from and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And the catch made by Johnson.
I mean, Beckham's under so much pressure, it's just underneath.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps.
KC just has like an endless amount of rushing points as well.
On second down, Kamara.
For some reason, didn't lock me on there, though. I felt like it should have.
Field at the 48.
Imagine the Falcons is good in IRL. I mean, they were up until the Super Bowl against the Patriots. That's the painful part.
Now Kamara. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a second.
Finding success here. If I score and they don't get a field goal, I will absolutely go for the 2-point conversion.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
We know that old expression. It's not
Go
my
with the
night.
5-2 here.
It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang
Press them, boys. I believe in you.
doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
I shouldn't have believed in you.
Somebody's there defensively. That was the same case.
I trusted our guys to be able to play man coverage.
And that one was a
I
lot
guess I
of fun
shouldn't
right
have.
there, 'cause that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Jesus. He got decked.
Down inside the 35 and the 34. A minimal
I mean, I will say they are likely to get a field goal from this spot, but see what the rookie Knighton can do here. Can't really break through. Colts.
Looking left sideline, but
Didn't say Beckham there. Charles Beckham.
Give out a little applause on that play.
Flushed out of the pocket.
Defense, more good work by them. They've taken
Let's
away
go zone
passing
coverage here.
lanes all game long,
Come on,
and you can
Knighton.
see the
Find a way through, buddy.
Because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Damn.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Just couldn't get to him in time.
The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's
It's just short throw, short throw, short throw. It's just can our line get to him in time?
He'll look to throw. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas.
Fortunately, we are really struggling to keep up with our wide receivers. I mean, they do have 2 absolutely elite wide receivers, and that's kind of the problem.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. A throw over the middle, taken in by Trout.
Unfortunately, Alex Thomas just got ran over.
There on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's Kamara off the draw.
Big hit, but not enough to stop him.
So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do.
All right, boys. Let me hold the line. No, we cannot.
Touchdown,
Damn.
Saints.
Well, we don't have to worry about a 28-3, but we just could not get a stop on that drive.
Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
Could not. 14 plays. That is the indication of a team that just cannot get a stop.
Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted
Ramon Andrews.
and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there,
He's done special things before, but 36 there stuck with him.
A couple yards shy of the 30.
All right. See if we can kill the clock here. We're definitely going deep on this play, though.
So things tightening a little bit after that last score.
Have Holcomb underneath. Andrews goes over.
Here's Johnson on first down. Throwing right, and that's complete.
Was looking for Hardwick, didn't see him. Had Holcomb underneath.
35 at the 34. A gain of 6 there on first.
This should work. Hopefully.
On second down, a run with Edwards Alaire.
Attaboy, Clyde. Go F1 tonight. I'll be switching to F1 after this game. I think we'll save the majority of the regular season for tomorrow. They are threatening the blitz. I don't like that.
They'll run here with Edwards Alaire.
64 and 57. Both picked up the same block. Didn't leave any space. Clyde's in the zone, though. Horrible blocking this drive. Absolutely horrible.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
Absolutely awful.
Important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
To throw on 3rd down, Johnson. And he finds McLaurin. And he'll be down deep into the...
I mean, when in doubt, send Hardwick deep, and if he's not open, Terry will be open because it means they're covering Hardwick.
Nearly 40 yards. So the big play
And they're really stacking the box here.
from the red zone now on first
I'll test whether or not their linebackers can cover some of our guys.
Johnson.
What a grab by Hardwick. Just out of the reach of the corner that was covering him.
As they move this down to the 4-yard line. Add this game to the last one, and they move the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
I'll trust the O-line.
They'll run with Edwards.
I should not have famous last words. I'll trust the O-line.
Down to the 2-yard line.
Oh, man. This offense can still just absolutely destroy the opposition. That'll be the end of the quarter, though. See if I can pull them off. Somebody jump. Hopefully not on my team.
Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early.
Fuck. See, that's why it's never worth doing that. Because I feel like it's always your player that jumps offside. Like every time. Every time.
Discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
And
Clyde gets us back to the 4.
For the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL.
All right.
EA Sports.
What do we got? I don't really like the looks of this, to be honest.
From the 4 now, 3rd and goal. Edwards Alaire. And they'll get him down just
Up to the 1. Well, you know what that means.
3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting
You know what that
situation
means,
on
chat.
4th and a yard. All right, ball at the 1-yard line, 4th down. What do you say?
I say
When in doubt, give it to Colt.
Can't get 1 yard. He was the old adage, if I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win anyway.
And he'll get
Touchdown, Falcons.
for the touchdown.
The Tom Brady special.
With now 3 week
Colt Johnson.
And the Falcons are looking
Beautiful.
to win the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
I will be damned if I let the Saints ruin this night where we raise a banner. Absolutely not.
And I agree with you totally.
This is our night.
But there carries a little
This is our division.
pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field.
We gotta teach a lesson to Wilcox as well.
So you go into it, yeah. We
Gotta teach a lesson to Wilcox that, you know,
Had 2 sides to that coin, and looking
you
like
made a mistake picking New Orleans over us. You made a mistake. AJ, I've considered it, but we're too far into what I've done to start posting it now.
This has just been a performance, to be frank, not
Jesus.
to be proud of here as they trail big.
We're sending a message with these hit stick
You
attempts.
cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like
How
that.
I view it.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running
Indeed,
the team,
Brennan's
that
on
he
all
could
pro.
actually
All
maybe
Madden's
break
still
this
a
game off?
broken, buggy mess.
Not with him. We've seen it too many
Okay,
times.
I managed to tackle my own player. That was cool.
I
I managed to dive and tackle my own player.
7 yards there, a first down.
All right. As much as I hate to say it, we got to start just going man coverage and sending the pressure.
The play action fake.
Giving Beckham way too much time. And I didn't mean to switch to Terrell there. I meant to switch to the guy who was about to sack the quarterback. So, but yeah, that is the answer. Start sending pressure.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Scott. 9 yards, not quite enough.
Hope that our team can stick with him. We'll press and give him the over the top. See if he has time to throw it. Big hit by Thomas, and he recovers the fumble.
And the Falcons say they have it, they do.
We don't quite force fumbles like we used to in Miami. But Alex Thomas, he went X Factor. We know he's a game changer. Oh my God, that was a headshot and a half.
How this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
We're all about the new Bounty Gate.
But nothing is ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're
Marquise Beverly on the carry. Beverly. Oh, baby, the choke. Oh, the fancy footwork of Marquise Beverly. They think all Madden's broken because everyone has that consensus. It's not a matter of twice as difficult. It's a matter of the game breaks its own physics on all Madden more than it already does. And that is unfortunate that I apparently ran into somebody there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces.
Keep trying to kill the clock here.
But they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations.
Oh, man. Holcomb just lost his block. We had space out there. We had space.
They want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
You know, this is a risky move, but we're going to go for it. Yeah. Just nobody picked him up. Had the man advantage on that side, and just nobody picked him up.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough.
All right, we're going to go for it. Try to keep killing the time here. Hardwick's going deep as well, so.
A great job of scouting prior to the game.
Kyle Pitts. Thank you.
Taking the right path to the back end.
Beautiful. He's inbounds too, so clock keeps on ticking.
It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. So in Saints territory.
And we still got Clyde in the zone here. Keep killing time.
They'll run. It's Edwards Alaire.
Oh my God. Dude, he's so tough to bring down for the opposition. It's nuts.
93 yards rushing.
Keep trying to kill the clock. Let's opt out of that. Nope, it's not what I want. I don't want the off tackle. Fuck. I'll take it. It's fine. Not too worried about not being able to get the first down. I'm just shocked that there wasn't an extra run option to quickly switch out to. Just allow me to switch sides. Alright. Yeah, we're just not finding any openings here. When in doubt, send Hardwick deep. Oh, the rare punch out. The rare punch out. Not too many people can keep up with Hardwick. But he did. That's not what I want. We'll look for Holcomb over the middle.
Johnson on third down. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close.
56-yard field goal, eh? Oh my God, he can make this, no problem. Especially in a dome. Well, no wonder why Butker had so many field goals last year. I mean, we know he's the highest rated kicker in the league right now. Just hits a 56-yarder like it's nothing. First field goal I've ever really had to kick with him. Figured why not give it a shot? And yeah, he just absolutely destroys it. Beautiful.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring.
I don't know what corner they ended up putting on Hardwick in that last drive, but it worked for him.
And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience.
Good hand up. Let's go, boys. There it is. Give them no time. Give him no time.
The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously.
Was Bell the corner?
And what a great call defensively there because they decided to bring pressure.
3 seconds on the dot. Disgusting.
Count for the speed of a defensive back. And that time he made a beeline right for the quarterback and got it. The cat blitz, tough to defend.
He gets it to Thomas, and they're able to get this one across.
Again, the problem. About time we run into them into the playoffs. It's going to be a problem because they have some incredibly fast receivers with the 2 Thomases.
Open man is the tight end.
Rip it out.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. You got the big lead.
Big fan of the wig.
Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling.
Just keep putting the pressure on here.
Keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
I tried to get Bernard over there, but I'll take that. Just kind of hitting him in the back. Madden, you're the best.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Oh, he's hit it.
Oh my God, it's another fumble.
And the Falcons grab it.
And Shelton McKee runs into everybody.
47-yard line.
We did indeed win the Super Bowl last season. And we're going for the repeat.
The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address
Good run from Beverly.
Next week
Take that.
Maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy
Uh-huh.
throughout the game, not going to help.
I think we got the numbers.
Now Edwards-Helaire.
Tried to spin away from him.
It's a gain of 6.
100 yards now for Clyde in this game.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied.
Keep killing the
with what
clock.
he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense.
I did technically chuck someone, and then he got ran over himself.
And keep picking up good yardage.
Like, again, like we can beat it. We can beat everybody in the air. We can beat them on the ground. This team is just so gross.
1st and 10. It's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he'll go down here.
Like the 2, I mean, really the 3 running threats of both running backs and our quarterback on top of the aerial attacks that we have. Woo.
Keep it himself. And he will slide to a stop. He does.
Didn't want to risk Colt getting hurt.
5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
This is an interesting one. Can't say I have a ton of confidence, but we'll go for it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards.
Wasn't sure if that guy would hold the block so we could actually get to the outside.
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down
3 minutes left.
After not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence.
Horrible blocking. Horrible.
You may have to go to the air.
It'll get better throughout the season, though. Player. We're looking for Pitts here.
It just never materialized.
Oh shit, that's not what I wanted. Ignore the tempo change. Don't throw me into a play, don't do it. Get OJ to block. Shit. Oh my God, Pitts is in triple coverage. That's okay. Backup plan. I was gonna try to set up Pitts on a fade route and just toss it up to him, but hey, we'll take what we can get. Show off Colt's speed a little bit.
And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27.
Show off that beautiful speed.
Now after the touchdown, here's
Colt Bolt.
to kick it away.
Bolt Johnson. It's amazing how the attitudes change. What, did he win a Super Bowl or something? All of a sudden, the attitudes changed around old Colt Johnson.
Offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now.
Oh no, Shelton. What? Okay. All right, Shelton got shook, and I'm right there with Alex Thomas, and it just didn't give me a tackle animation. All right, Madden. You're right. I didn't, you know, cut him off, slow down to tackle him. Just, all right.
We have seen some great runs the last few times we've been
And they're going to go for the onside. I literally just said to audible, but that's fine. Franklin, I'm sorry you're about to get murdered. Well, the Saints have that ability, especially when we're blitzing. And again, unfortunately, the second-year pro corner got absolutely shredded. However, we are going to look to do exactly the same thing. Also, I just realized we have the extra audibles there for Hardwick, which is pretty nice.
Now a play fake here on first down.
He's so fast! Oh, but he gets that tackle. Okay.
To the 2-minute warning.
He gets this random-ass diving tackle where he changes direction in midair.
We welcome you back.
Okay.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
That corner, I swear to God, they switched corners, and all of a sudden that dude's keeping up with Hardwick constantly.
Johnson.
Good grab by Holcomb, but it stops the clock.
He's got his man. It'll be a pickup of 15.
Okay. You ready to abuse slants? Because I'm ready to abuse slants. Send Hardwick deep. Holcomb underneath. McLaurin over the middle.
Johnson now from the gun on 3rd down.
Mr. Holcomb, take the hit, buddy. That wasn't even slant abuse. That was drag route abuse.
7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
Can I opt into the pistol? Thank you.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll swing.
Ah, the spin didn't work.
Not much there.
I keep trying to free up Hardwick, and they're not having it. They are not having it. The AI just refuses to let him go. Oh, Colt's got all the room in the world, but so does Scary Terrence.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Hardwick. Fade. Here we go.
They'll look to throw again.
Oh my God, it counted it. All right. I hate that, man. You hit the button once, he doesn't throw it, so you hit it again and he pump fakes.
Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go.
I will embarrass them, damn it. I will.
Moved back to the
We will hit Kyle Pitts in the end zone. No, we won't. He's completely covered. Oh, Jesus. Let's get rid of that. All right. Well, they said no fun for us at the end. Bottom line is, this team is still outrageous. Ron, I'm sorry. So sorry that we had to do that to you, but hey, a big win. A big win to start off a new campaign. Decent game for Colt. Really good game for Clyde. Yeah, Josh Thomas, that new receiver that they signed, was the one that got that touchdown. Which, did I have fun in my last match? Get fucked. Sure, I won. There you go, Madden. You don't want my opinion after how unstable this game has been. Greg Hardwick wasn't quite as automatic as I wanted him to be by the end of that game. The AI said no fun for you. And shout out to Chuck Bankston. Old Chucky B. Getting better. He's getting better. So was the team. No injuries as well. And we head to week 2. Another home game against the Pittsburgh Steelers. So the road to the repeat is underway. Question is, how good are certain players? I have no idea. Oh yeah, we'll look at Edwards here to cap it off. We'll look at Clyde's career stats here. Why not? Again, they don't have the cumulative total, but he has never run for less than 1,000 yards since his rookie year. So, I mean, this is his 3rd season with us now. He had 1,500 last year. Absurd amount of touchdowns. He's only fumbled 5 times in his career. And receiving wise as well, always has a couple hundred yards. Had 9 with Kansas City in terms of touchdowns in 2022. So yeah, he's not bad. Not bad at all, Mr. Edwards. I mean, this team no doubt has what it takes to go back-to-back. It's just whether or not it'll happen. Also, really quickly too, I guess we have staff points. I'll put those on before I forget to do it tomorrow. Talent tree. The last talent. Actually, we have basically all the big talents that we wanted. Now it's a matter of saving up. Mistakes were made. Fountain of Youth. I guess we'll save up for Fountain of Youth. So it'll actually be a long time before we spend staff points again because this staff is maxed out.